Hello. What's this? Two longer videos in as many days? Yeah. I'm in the kitchen, making my lasagna, as I said. And I don't know, I just wanted to blather, so here we go. It's actually coming up. I think it's the beginning of November. 2 years since I started posting videos on my channel. Probably do a special video then, but I would have to check the exact date. Into November at some point. So yes, got grab the camera. Mince simmering away nicely for my lasagna, and he got a cup of tea. Of course he's got a cup of tea. So yeah, that's just cheapo lasagna sauce to go over the top of it. I can kind of make a cheese sauce, but sometimes it's more miss than hit, shall we say. So this is just a quick throw together, this one. But it's working away. Got my lasagna sheets. Got trusty glass dish that my mother gave me years ago. I think it was, it's a Pyrex dish. I think it actually had a lid, but the lid broke. Perfect size for making a lasagna though, so waste not, want not. I wouldn't actually mind getting another of these with a lid. I might have a look for one. So yeah, just pottering away. And as I say, 2 years. Hard to believe I've been making videos for 2 years, isn't it? Started out with a couple of little shorts, and well, anybody that's been here for a while has probably gotten to know a little bit about me. Not particularly interesting, but I just thought it would be a little hobby, and so it be. Mince is simmering away. Oh, yep. Camera's on top of the fridge anytime I'm in the kitchen. Have you ever seen this guy? He sits on top of my fridge. This is Stanley the penguin. He came all the way from the Falkland Islands. One of my best friends was born out there, and a few years ago her dad was coming over. Now, my friend's husband loves penguins, so my friend's dad had said to her, I'm going to bring a penguin over for him, and she said, get two, I know someone else that would like one, so I got a little penguin. I say he sits on top of the fridge beside the bread bin, so there's a little bit of character in my kitchen. He's cute. I've had him for probably about 10 years now. Down to stir. We shall get the oven heated up, and we'll get all that ready. What we're looking at 180. 180 degrees Celsius, and away we go. Funny thing is, when I moved in here, it took me a while to figure the oven out. There were no instructions. But now that I know what I'm doing, it's fine. That's a very good little oven. Simple, built in, does the job. So just let that simmer away for a bit, and then I'll get everything in the dish. Need to grate some cheese to go over the top of it, and I will catch up with you in a few minutes. Well, that's the oven up to temperature, so I'll shut this out of the way for a minute. Right, oven dish. This is done, having simmered away for a while, so layering. This makes a fairly small lasagna. I usually divvy it up into 4 portions, stick 1 or 2 in the freezer. So, layer 1, spread the mince out. was kind of cringing last night. I was watching somebody's cookery video on YouTube, and they were making a curry. It turned out really nice, but they're stirring everything together in the pot using a ladle. I'm thinking, why don't you have a wooden spoon? Use that, not a ladle. Oh, so lasagna sheets. Probably gonna need to get more of these soon. So lasagna sheets, layer 1, layer 2. It says for a bigger one, make it 3 layers, but I usually do 2 layers. So, throw them in. That can go in there. Don't actually know why I turned the camera on again, I just thought I would yell. So, layer 2. I can go in the sink now, as I do not need it anymore. More lasagna sheets. Oh, don't fall over. But they just did. So, more lasagna sheets. Let's go back in the cupboard. Now we've got our already loosened the top before I turned the camera on, because I thought if this is going to be one that is very difficult to get off, the last thing you want is to see just how not particularly strong I am. So, the famous sausage chop and trusty spatula that the mum gave me. Spread that out. And final touch. Grated cheese. On. There she is, ready to go in the oven. Alrighty. So that'll take about half an hour. I'll get what I've got here washed up, and then we shall soon see the finished result through the magic of editing. Well, here we go, moment of truth, it should be done. Let's have a shufty, shall we? I can't see now. I would call that a success, would you not? Oh yes! Leave that to stand for a few minutes. Turn the oven off now. Got a few... Doing my lasagna, I'm doing a few potato wedges with it. Don't actually have a bag of chips in the freezer, or French fries for my American viewers, but I like them occasionally. I like a potato wedge, so that can be left for a minute. That should divide up into 4 portions, and let's see how they're doing. Yeah, they're just about done. So yeah, as I say, I just decided to turn the camera on while I was cooking and have a bit of a ramble. Before I go, I might leave you with something I've been thinking about recently. Don't know if it's just me, but is it just my imagination? Or is there so much negativity, so much aggro in the world right now? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I guess what I'm just saying is, as much as you can be kind to each other. That's how I try to get through life. I try to treat people as I would wish to be treated myself. It's not always easy, I know that. I know that, and you might come across the odd person who is just thoroughly unpleasant. Sometimes it happens. Just give them a wide berth. But it just seems like certain people in certain situations are becoming so much more intolerant, and it's troubling. But we have to be better than that. Now I'm going to go and get my dinner. So, thank you for watching and listening to me yap as I made my lasagna. I will see you in the next one. Bye.